Well, if it isn't me, how is it going? Oh my goodness, we got so much to talk about today. So much to realize. Beard is coming in a little bit fuller. It's not totally there yet. We still got a bit to go, but we're working on it. Let me copy and paste this POB in a second. I am gaining weight. That was me, sorry. I am gaining weight recently, which is why I look so chubby, but the beard helps. I'm hoping to lose it soon. What are we listening to today? It's got to be Lo-Fi Leah Playlist 1. Oh, it's got to be the OG. Oh, Season 1, baby. Going back in time. All right. Let's wait for the music to cut off. Okay, not too loud. Oh my goodness. Ghost, hi there. Hello. We'll go over things in a second. And by a second, I mean in an actual second. Hold on. I gotta grab my charger. Oh, now I'm gonna grab my armrest. Oh geez. Oh golly gee. Okay. Hi there. How's it going? The beard isn't working out. It's too patchy. I can't grow a beard. I've never been able to grow a beard. I'm fat right now. That doesn't help either. Kind of stretches your beard out in a way that's not very pleasant. Hold on. Gotta boot up one more thing here on my phone so I could see chat. Easier anyway. All right. How's life? Let's talk about this. Let me quickly make things easier for you to see. Because you can't see anything. Oh, golly gee. Well, I guess you can see the full DPS there. You need to capture the mouse. Give me just half a second. We had to fix that yesterday for Evo stuff. Where's my desktop capture? It should be below. Is that it? That is it. Properties, capture cursor. There we go. Okay. So you can see up here, we're at full DPS, 1.5 million. We are programming today, by the way. We're just going over Path of Building, so I can show you guys what I'm playing in a few days for Path of Exile League. Starts in 3.5 days, baby. This is my league starter. It is Sweep Elementalist. We are going Golems and Heart of Destruction. We're just doing a physical two-handed sword for 800 DPS. I am playing Trade League, so this isn't like impossible. And we're just using gloves for the remaining fire conversion, and that's all that's on the build for gear. We're using Sweep on a 6-link. We're using Fortify over more damage gems because it's just not worth it to go for these spots here. If we can get Fortify another way, then we'll swap it over probably to Fire. Hold on. Fire Pen? Oh, Combustion. Oh, I need to get Combustion on my Leap Slam. Whoops, hold on. There we go. Got a Leap Slam in there. We can combust with that. Yeah, we got a good 50% chance. Okay, save. All right, that's pretty good. 1.7 million, and that's with 36 Rage, Fortify, and Enemy is Ignited, and Exposed to Fire. Now, we could take the piss a little and go boop, boop, and get up to 2.5 million with Convergence and Magmatic Strikes. That's going to be our starting boss fight damage because I don't know how many people know this interaction that well. So Heart of Destruction, when you hit a unique enemy for 4 seconds, you get 30% more elemental damage. Well, Magmatic Strikes is every 10 seconds, you get 30% Fizz's Extra Fire for 4 seconds, which is pretty insane. And each one, they're not perfectly even. Heart of Destruction is every 8 seconds, and Magmatic Strikes is every 10 seconds. So it's not going to be perfectly matched up, but you can start the fight with it at least if you time it right. Or if not, then at some point they're both comboing. And you basically, you go from, what do you get? 1.7 to 2.6, rounded up both times. So maybe what, 50% more damage if both of these combo together. But you know, it's not a guaranteed thing, so I just don't enable it. But there you go. We have 4 golems going. 2 of them are defensive with chaos and stone for physical reduction. With no other armor on the build besides 300 armor from the gloves. And a chaos golem that's being scaled. We already have 23% physical damage reduction. That's also not including Fortify, which I'm hoping to get those gloves. That's I always forget the name of them, but there are gloves out there for Your fortify, it gives you 1% attack speed per fortify, and you get plus 10 max fortify. I forgot what those gloves were, but I would love to use them. They're probably going to be super expensive this league, though. So ideally, with those and somehow getting these plus 6 here, we can get up to 36 fortify, and that's going to help a lot. Besides that, if we have to, we can get Bastion of Elements, but I don't know how much we're going to struggle against elemental hits. We'll see. Physical damage reduction should be fine. We have enough spare points. This is only a level 91 build. I could just get endurance charges and do it that way, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know how desperate we were going to be for Warcry stuff, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We can do Warcries if we have to, but I don't think we will. We can also get stuff like Wrecking Ball or Executioner, but I'm not a fan of that wheel. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with the build. It's gonna be exciting. I can't wait. New league, baby. But yeah, these 5 points just aren't worth it right now unless I, you know, have to. Also, getting the regen there would be nice too. Besides that, regen is taken care of by the stone golem. We already have 500 regen a second with like nothing else. Mana should be fine. We do run a level 20 precision. If I wasn't running that and we had accuracy elsewhere, we could probably just run a vitality. Yeah, because vitality takes a little bit more reservation anyway. Probably run a vitality if I could. Otherwise, we do have enough reservation. We could probably run like Herald of Ash, and we could. So yeah, Herald of Ash would be nice, but we need to run that precision right now for the accuracy and the crit. Both matter a lot right now. But if we got far enough in the build where that doesn't matter, maybe tinctures end up being just absolutely insane for whatever reason. We could run a tincture and help that with crit too. But yeah, we can turn off precision, turn on Herald of Ash. That helps a bunch. But I'm thinking like league starty, you know? Besides that, yeah, there you go. That's the build. Let me share the POB. Generate. Share. Copy. Let me paste that in the Discord and the chat. There you go. Crit Sweep Elementalist, baby. And that's gonna be our build. That's gonna be our league starter. It's gonna be fun. Okay, let's program though. It's been a while. Let's actually, like, you know, get back into the spirit of things a little. Get back into Wafture, baby. All right. So what is Wafture? Wafture is a, whoops. That is not what I wanted. Can you please? There we go. Okay. So what is Wafture? Wafture is a, hold on. 1 second. I can fix this. No. Now we move this way over to like here. There we go. That's better. Okay. Wafture is a game that currently looks like this. Ooh, look, ooh, movement. Ooh. So obviously movement needs fixed, and there's no like whatever, and it's uncapped frame rate. So we're looking at, I don't know, 5 million frames a second right now, but that's gonna be the first thing we work on. In any case, let's start it. Let's do it, baby. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're doing well. Okay, let's move chat over. Chat is moved. All right. So what are we working on first? Well, we need to get frame rate done. So we know this whole like create entity thing is fine. We'll keep that there for now, but we're gonna have to create a bunch of entities later. This is how we're getting input. Basically, we can't use the poll event queue on SDL because it assumes you're typing like a username or something. We have to actually get key via a scan code and then do something. So it sucks we have to put this in a bunch of if statements, but I don't know how to not put this in a bunch of if statements. Maybe there is a way. Maybe there's some switch statement we can get, but this is an enumerated code. So I don't know. I don't know if we could do like K or switch. int. Well, no, you can't even do int. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know how to switch this, but in any case, there you go. Bosscans is following. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if you like getting called out without us ever saying hi, but hi. Welcome. Welcome to the half VTubing stream, half IRL stream. I don't know what to call this, but hello. I don't have a light on. Oh, wow. No wonder I look like a freaking vampire. Oh, hold on. Give it a second to boot up. Ah! Jeez, it's brighter every time. Isn't that better? Wow. Look how much better you guys can see me now. That's crazy. It's amazing what happens when you turn on a light, huh? Look how much better I look now. Man, I swear, whenever somebody, it's not bad cameras, it's bad lighting. I swear to God, just put the light of 1,000 suns in your face. That is a very bright light. Like, look how bright that is. That's crazy. Very bright. But there you go. And yes, it does hurt my eyes to look at it. But hey, now we're fresh. We're fresh and you can see my unkempt beard. I cannot grow a beard. Jesus Christ, I need to shave. All right. So we have our get keys. We need to add like a frame rate. So this is where we're not going to use SDL. SDL has like SDL delay, and then you just do your thing, right? This is flawed because do I need to explain why it's flawed? It doesn't round correctly. It assumes we're still using like 32-bit era old C-based programming, and it just it hasn't aged that well. If you do SDL delay and you want a 60 FPS game and you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna end up with like 56 FPS because it's rounding off incorrectly. So we're not gonna use SDL delay. What we are gonna use is a C++ based library called Chrono, and it's goddamn wonderful. Now that being said, I forgot what we actually start with for Chrono, so give me just half a second here. It's been a while. CPP reference, the greatest website ever. So we're gonna search for Chrono. Date and time library. Okay, time. Returns the current calendar time encoded in a time t object, also stored as it in a time t object. Time t result, time null. If result does not equal time t times -1. Printf, the current time is Chrono disease? No. So we are using the newest standard. Chrono's like the best library ever. It's so powerful, but it's also kind of hard to use. We don't need to convert to local time. Convert time since epoch to calendar time expressed in coordinate. No. Returns the calendar time in seconds and nanoseconds. No. Time spec get returns the calendar time. So here's what we need, okay? I don't want to be totally given the answer to this. System clock now. That's exactly what I was going to ask for. Basically, we need some unit of time to start the program with, right? That matters for a variety of reasons. One, it makes RNG a lot easier because now you're basing it on the system clock and not like a set unit of time of 0, right? So RNG based stuff is more unpredictable. Not perfect. You wouldn't, you wouldn't encrypt anything like that, but for our purposes of a fun little video game, it's fine. So we're gonna use that. So get system clock now. So that tells me, well, let's try it. Get keyboard state. Let's try auto. We'll call it get time is equal to standard chrono, not chrono literals, system clock now. So this is now what kind of object? I don't know because it's not saving. Oh, come on. What's the problem here? Ah, this partition thing always bugs out. Okay, this is fine. Hold on. Ugh, it always bugs out. It does this whole like syntax binary fold expression, entry size 56 when 54 was expected. This is a common bug. It's a module thing. IntelliSense doesn't work correctly with modules. Most of the time it does. It's just, yeah, see here it does. It totally understands everything here. It's just, sometimes it doesn't, you know? Like, yeah, it understands maps and all these instance stuff. It's just, sometimes it just is like, you know what? Not here. It works sometimes. Yeah, there you go. That's a better way of putting it. I like Raylib because you can just call set target FPS and away ye go. Well, I'm getting to the point in programming where I'm starting... Chat, okay, level with me if you struggle with this, okay? I never knew this was going to be a problem. So at work, I have like 5-ish hours a day where I can just read, right? I work for the government, okay? So I work like 2 or 3 hours a day. Perfect, dream job, right? So I spend probably 4 to 6 hours a day reading. Okay, that's what I like to do. Used to be Reddit, and then they cracked down a little on it. Now it's like PDFs of like college textbooks, okay? I've read a lot of college textbooks. I'm getting to the point now where I'm like trying to read C++ books, and I did not realize this until now. There are so many books out there that are like C++ for beginners, C++, how do pointers work? And I'm just like, okay, I get it. I understand how pointers work now. Okay, cool. Can I get like the next step? It's like, as you progress beyond the beginner step, finding books is hard, okay? It's actually getting kind of difficult now, where I'm like, okay, well, I want to get a book on like learning about Chrono. Turns out, fucking nobody's wrote a book about Chrono. That or it's all like $400 textbooks. It won't know about your modules, but it can understand standard lib usually. Well, the funny thing is it understands all my modules, even the C-base module, but it's always the standard library module that it has issues with. Yeah, it understands everything. It's so weird. I don't know why. What a weird bug. Maybe I close out of it and try it again. For me, it has no idea about mine, but standard lib works. Yeah, I don't know. It's still not working. I don't know. It's always been like, it's not really a bug, but it's today it's having the issue. I couldn't tell you why. In any case, I'm assuming, well, it doesn't even render. Well, it does. It is an object type. I just don't know what kind of object type it is. I'm assuming it's a float value, right? But I do import standard lib through CMake. Ooh, you're a CMake fan, huh? Coder at Paradise. I want to copy. Okay, returns a time point representing a current period in time. Static that, no except. Auto now, const. Time t tc is equal to now. Oh, to time t. Oh, it needs to be converted into a time t object. I guess so, huh? Okay. So I guess this isn't updated every frame, so it is const. It does not. Well, for our purposes... Oh, this is not const then. This is gonna change. We just have it equal to this time to start. Okay. So I wish I could highlight IntelliSense's, like this knows what it is. This does not. This doesn't know what it is. I wish it would tell me what it actually is as an object type. I'm assuming this is a time t, right? A time point representing the current time. Okay, sweet. Okay, well, I'm assuming that's correct. I guess I could just like standard print line, blue, Get time. No. Print, not print line. No, it is print line. It's print line, and I want to print standard type. Get time. Type is not a member of standard library. How do I, is it get type? Type ID, thank you. I should know this, hold on. Type ID. No standard, really? So type ID, parentheses. This is the type, so get time. Dot name. So what we're doing is we're grabbing this object, calling the type ID dot name method. Okay. Didn't work because basic format string immediate call function is not a constant expression. Maybe this is like a cout thing. It is class chrono time point struct system clock. Wow, what a struct name. Holy shit. That is a hell of a name for an object type. Print line value. Oh, it is. It did need the empty brackets. Okay, thank you. I'm glad you know what you're doing. System clock is just templates. Ah. Okay, so that being said, is it possible later on to be like get time plus equals 1? Does that make sense? I can't. It's difficult. I didn't realize how much I used IntelliSense as a crutch until like right now. So, oh, I can't just highlight to get the object type. I can. Okay, sweet. Well, good news. That answers a lot of my questions. So what we're gonna do is at the beginning of every frame. Let's do this. Let's update entity manager. Update time frame rate start time. So get time wait, how am I gonna do this without SDL? Because I don't have the delay anymore. So what I have to do is I have to start at wherever, and if the current time is less than or equal to get time, then wait until get time. Is that what it is? No, get time is always the same. It's always the start of the system clock. That will only call once. That is like a set value. So I do want that to be the one that's updated. Now, what do I want to update it with? You want to call now every time? Really? Oh, you're right. Because at the end of the frame, it's going to be like, okay, whatever get time is, compare it to get time plus whatever time frame rate you want. And if it doesn't do that, then wait. Gotcha. Code Toil, hello. Okay, gotcha. So get time is equal to this value. I should initialize this as 0 then, huh? No, let's just give it the we'll just give it the object type. It's such a minor, it's one operation. It's not really one operation, but it's fine. So we'll update the frame start time. So now get time is the current time. And then at the very end, if get time is less than or equal to get time plus, ooh, we need to get frame rate. Let's think about this. So first of all, it's not less than or equal to, it is less than. equal to get time plus for now, we're going to do a little bit of weird stuff. We're going to put in our initialization struct the frame rate. No, fuck, I want to call that later. Okay, let's do this under the assumption that delay if needed. Let's just do 1000 divided by what frame rate do we want? 120? 144? Let's do 144. That's fine. No, let's do 30. Let's do 30 because I want to see what you guys see. Finally, a sane person with no popular pre-made fancy game engine. Although it's still C++, but fuck it. Can you make a game engine without C++ and not be a hipster? Are you going to tell me to make the Rust or something? What the fuck? Listen, all right, just to be clear, we do shame people for using a game engine here, okay? I am going to school for computer science. I don't use fucking Game Maker, all right? Don't just go out there and make games. Be critical of yourself. Be perfectionist, okay? There's too many shitty games out there. Be better. So if the current get time, which is the system clock time. So, okay, here's our thought process before we go to the end. Yes, Rust, Rust, Rust. Hell yes, I like you. No. I was making fun of Rust. Listen, all right? Nothing against like Rust users personally, but I don't want to lose all my money on Bitcoin, okay? So keep your distance. And you followed. Oh, thank you. No, we're C++ kings here, okay? We sit on a throne of truth. To all of you fucking wannabe programming, you guys think you're so goddamn special, all right? But if you need a library made, oh, you all come crawling back to daddy C++. It's okay, people. We'll make your libraries for you. It's fine. I don't judge. Hey, every programming language has its uses, as long as C++ does the hard work. Yeah, steady clock would be a good, in this case, forgot about that. Oh yeah, sorry. So what we're gonna do is at the beginning of every frame, we're gonna update get time. All get time is whatever your current system clock is. Now, I think this is how we're gonna do it. I've always done it with SDL before, but now we're gonna do it with like the chrono library in C++. So we may need, this may change a little, but this is my understanding, okay? We're gonna update using standard chrono system clock now. Basically, whatever the exact time is on your system in that exact moment, that is now get time. We go through the entire frame, every input, every render, every sound, everything throughout the entire frame gets loaded. Then we end the frame and we delay if needed. So we take the current get time. So we start at the level of get time. It goes to the bottom of the frame. Oh no, wait, this doesn't work. Because it'll always be behind, won't it? I need a new value. I need get time and I need compare time. Now I don't actually have to make these equal this. Excuse me, Jesus. It should be 0, but we're gonna have compare time is equal to this chrono system clock now. Now, these are both comparing the same system clocks, but they're gonna be different. So if get time, excuse me, I think I'm doing this right. If compare time is less than get time plus our current frame rate, whatever it is, 15 milliseconds, whatever, they should be .0s to compare float values. I hope these are floats to, you know what, just to be extra sure, .f, there you go. Okay, the current frame rate, which in this case is 30 frames a second, we can make this prettier later. If the current compare time that we just did is less than our start time plus our current frame rate, then we need to wait. This waiting is what's gonna allow us to keep our frame rate in check without going to like 1,000 frames a second. Yeah, I only dislike the complexity of C++ modern stuff. Disagree. The modern stuff is what makes it not complex. Like the difference between, like, who uses like old school for loops, like for int I equals 0, I is less than my vec dot, I don't know, what do you guys call it, max? Plus I. Nobody does this anymore. Okay, this is trash. Okay. Now, the cool kids use modern C++ for auto reference I is colon my vec. Look how beautiful that is. It's called a ranged for loop, and it's the third most single wonderful invention in programming history. It's so cool. We use it to great effect. Our system for rendering, for example, does it. So for auto e entity, iterate through evec, which is our vector of all entities in the entire game that are alive. If it has component bounding rect and it has component texture, render the texture. Else if it has component color box, render the color box. So you end up with something like, oops, we're still doing this, so you can't see it yet, but you end up with a colored box. Those are just a bunch of ranged for loops. I have the most stupid error currently in my project with an internal compile error by making a value const expression. If I don't use modules, it compiles fine. It's not worth it. Use modules. It's worth it. It's the future. All right. Sometimes you just need a standard for loop. I disagree. Shadowcat EXE, you are better at programming than me. When would you use a standard for loop? Because you can't even, like, data indexing, I still wouldn't use a standard for loop. Like, if you need, like, an index for, like, a vector or something, I would still use a ranged for loop and iterate another way. I wouldn't use, I don't have any use for, like, old school for loops anymore, unless you're doing, like school puzzles for, like, arrays or something where you need to, like, jump up 3 spots exactly throughout the whole loop. This is the original core-based programming, my brother. That's how we learn lower-level programming. Listen, we're using C++. Let's not fool ourselves here, guys. This is like middle programming. This isn't low-level, okay? Let's not live in an illusion, okay? Everybody comes back to Daddy C++, but not because we're a low-level programming language, okay? We know our place in the world. Not like Rust users. I use old for loop, for example, for function, render copy. Oh, Jesus. I have no problem with these, but I wouldn't suggest them for someone who has just started programming. True. This is not a beginner programming stream, though. Sorry. Listen, I'm a student in computer science, okay? I'm a little older than some of you, but I am actively in university right now for computer science, okay? So, you know, I'm not a beginner, all right? All right. I would use standard loops for enumerating. I don't have a need for that, but based. Indexing into a matrix or a multi-dimensional array. Isn't there a, like, standard... Fuck. There's something in the standard library for indexing arrays in a ranged for loop. It wasn't iterator, right? Iterator. And then it was something else. There's something you can use. I just haven't had, like, the opportunity to use it. Standard views enumerate. Oh, is that it? What the fuck, Blub? Oh, shit. Oh my God, so many C++ programmers here. Thank you. There was something you could use. Okay, it was standard views. I have so little experience using standard views. I just knew the option was there. Yeah, sure thing. You don't seem like one. Anyways, I'm learning 6502 architecture through Commodore 64. Are you interested? Maybe work on a retro game someday? Would you be offended if I said no? I like working with newer programming. I appreciate the greats. I find value in people who are willing to work with old technology that is outdated and will never be used in the real world unless you're like fucking doing something weird that I don't even know the use case for. hey, more power to you, okay? I just put you in like the same group of people that work on cars from like the 1950s. It's like, okay, that's cool. I appreciate it. You know, everyone has a hobby. It's just not my hobby. When I program, I like using the latest stuff. I like making modern video games. I like modern technology. Okay, so shout out to the embedded programs people who work on like fucking Commodore 64s and shit. Not my style. I don't want to make a Super Nintendo game. Okay, I want to make like a PlayStation 6 game. Okay, I want to work on 2XKO, bitch. All right. That is the dumbest name for a fighting game, by the way. Project L. What a great name for a fighting game. And these motherfuckers are like, you know what? Riot Games, bitches. You're like, hey, you know what would be a great name to embarrass Gary the Goo Boy with? Let's call Project L 2XKO. Who calls it 2XKO? That's like, that's gonna get shortened to like Texaco, okay? I don't want to be reminded of like our fucking fossil fuel industry every time I pick up Ari, okay? God damn it. Fucking Riot. Why would you call it Texaco? Geargate, hello. Also, Geargate. Oops, that's not what I wanted to copy paste. In the Discord, I linked the POB. Also, Fonzie talking some mad shit about my PoE build. Excuse me. We're gonna be defensive because I have a bunch of life nodes I didn't take. Ah, chat, sweep witch. That's gonna be the greatest path of exile build ever. Geargate subscribes again. Jesus, didn't you just subscribe? 2 years. Oh, Geargate, I think you have the record for the longest subscription. Ooh, did you beat Darian though? Darian's like my 3rd viewer ever. I just don't know if he dropped his subscription for a bit. You definitely, what do you win? You win a t-shirt that I bought at ExileCon, and I can mail it to you. I still have it unopened in the other room. It's right there. Even though it's been like exactly a year since the last ExileCon. Remember when you asked me to get that for you? Oh yeah, it's been a year. Having that t-shirt finally would be nice. Hell yeah. It's not even the one you asked for. Hell yeah. Good thing I haven't paid for it. Yeah, I can ship it out. I think you ever sent me your address a year ago too, and I still haven't sent it. The sad reality is that you can't make a PS6 game if you ain't able to make a flipper game. I'm making a fucking, I'm making a roguelike right now, and it's not some fucking Vampire Survivors clone. I made a fucking card game. Hold on. I'm getting haters. Not haters, you're not a hater. But like, just so you know, I know my shit, okay? Look, this is our card game. Oh, look how nice this looks. Sorry, excuse this hand being upside down. Oh my God, animations? What the fuck? Oops. I'm trying to get the AI to play some art here. Oh, look at that. Wow, commissioned art for a fucking card game? Holy shit. Gary, how much money did you spend on the commissioned art? Like $3,000, okay? Hell yeah, flex on that hater. Oh yeah. It's not done, obviously, but it's kind of on a standstill for this specific project right now because networking is hard. And it's not just networking. Believe it or not, the hardest part for me is networking, but also getting stuff done on the other, like after you send the packet and the packet gets received, and then doing information with that packet on the other end, and also playing animations on both. It's like simple once you know how to do it, but it's like above my current level of programming. And so like this is hard for me. Firefly Queen art. Ah, look at that Firefly Queen art. So pretty. No, I like what we accomplished here so far. Look, she glows for her ability, which she got used. Oh, so pretty. She's using an ability. She's spawning fireflies, but it's just not playing because we disabled monster spawning for a bit. But yeah, I know my shit. We know our shit. Just read the packet. Oh yeah, it's that easy, right? All right, back, stuff distracted me. Okay, so get time gets the system clock at the very beginning of the frame. Compare time gets the system clock at the very end of the frame. If compare time is less than get time plus the desired frame rate, so in this case, it's going to be 32 point... No. Off the top of my head, it's 33.32? Okay. All right, come on. 33.32 off the top of my head. Fucking easy peasy. Networking is a thing you cannot implement separately in game development because everything would be sent or received to from the server in real time. Well, you know what? That's why the game's on standstill, because it's a little above my current level of knowledge for like programming in general. I just have like no experience in like actual like video game networking. That's why we're making like a single player game now using the art we commissioned for the card game. We're just going to make a single player game, which I know I am capable of doing. So that's why we're doing it. We're making Wafshire, baby. All right. What do we do if this happens where it's less than this? Well, what we're going to do is we are going to say... What are we going to say? Because in SDL, you would just go SDL delay, right? And you would just delay however long you wanted, and that would handle all of the information. But if I made my own delay, is there anything I'm missing? Is it literally just wait until this is done? But you have to take input and stuff, right? Like, it's not necessarily. My worry is the player is going to be playing the game, and then the game is going to get caught in this like this wait loop. And the player is going to press something and it's going to eat the input. That's my fear. What does SDL delay actually do? What? SDL delay, the number of milliseconds to delay. This function waits a specified number of milliseconds before returning. It waits at least the specified time, possibly longer due to OS scheduling. This function is available since SDL. Is it that? Is it literally just that? Where we just have to wait milliseconds? You should be using steady clock, not system clock. Oh, what's the difference? Really? It should be steady clock, huh? Well, let's see what's going on. System clock can change. Steady clock is monotonic. Returns a time point representing the current point in time, a time point representing the current time. Well, okay. It's that easy, huh? Oh my god, to fill an iterative vector of a fucking 100 million units, ints, is half a second. System clock can change. Steady clock always goes forward, and most of the time it's implemented through using high performance counters. Oh, well, that solves my question. All right, sweet. So all we got to do is wait, right? So if that is less than the desired time, then we need to wait until this actually reaches this value. How do we do that? Don't answer. I'm gonna figure this out on my own. This is definitely a chrono thing, right? Let me look up the chrono library here. Okay, where's my date and time? Steady clock, that will never be adjusted. That's good. High resolution clock with the shortest tick rate available. Oh, do I want this? Represents the clock with the smallest tick period provided by the implementation, and may be an alias of system clock or steady clock, or a third independent clock. High resolution clock meets the requirements of trivial clock. Is steady. true. If the time between ticks is always constant, i.e. calls to now, returns values that increase monotonically even in case of some external clock adjustment, otherwise false. Oh. So you can just check like if is steady, then do this, you know? Now returns a chrono time point representing the current value of the clock. There's been some controversy around the use of high resolution clock. Okay, well, won't use that then. File clock, GPS clock. No, none of that. Duration, a time interval. A duration consists of a span of time defined by some number of ticks. Okay, that's kind of what we're looking for. Not day, not time zone, not a literal. Maybe. Operator MS. Okay, that's good. We're gonna have to wait MS for sure. There must be like a using chrono or something. How do we delay? What would we use to delay? While? Did we just do a while loop? While compare time is less than this. Do nothing. Standard print line waiting. This is gonna make so many waitings, but all right, go. It didn't work because, whoops, fuck. What's wrong here? Oh, we're missing a parentheses. There we go. Error, system, syntax error while, missing a semicolon. What? Oh my god, I'm missing another parentheses. What the fuck? Not flawfleas. Flawful, not flawfuls. System clock can change. Steady clock always goes forward. This thread, sleep for chrono milliseconds from some Googling, but I don't know, so I don't usually sleep. We're not using threads, right? Like ECS's advantage is that concurrency is trivial. Well, relatively trivial, right? But we're not to the point of worrying about like kicking up and sleeping threads, right? You always have a thread? Wait, we're putting the main thread to sleep? That is not what we should be doing, right? If we haven't even touched threads yet, I'm not gonna sleep for, oh shit. Is that healthy though? Is it normal to like boot up and shut down a thread every frame? That's exactly what SDL delay does. Wait, it saves time or resources to shut down the frame, shut down the whole thread for what would have been, or what's probably gonna be like 20 milliseconds. Well, 30 milliseconds at this point, because nothing is really getting done. For like 30 milliseconds, 32 milliseconds, and then kick it back up again? That's efficient. I mean, I can do it, but I thought thread starting and ending was like a resource intensive, quote unquote, where it's like, it's not free, you know? Yes, clock speeds are fast. Holy shit. Okay, well, fuck me. I didn't know that's how that worked. Okay. Standard, this thread, meaning the only thread we have, sleep for, whoops, not slept, sleep for, and now we have standard chrono milliseconds. It's gonna sleep for the difference between get time and compare time. It should be this minus compare time. It's putting the thread to sleep, which is not that slow, but the OS scheduler will make the sleep not accurate. Is that why SDL is like not super accurate, or SDL delay is not accurate because it sleep forced the thread? I mean, I'm still gonna do it, but that's interesting. It's gonna be sleeping for this value minus this value, semicolon. I got all my parentheses in place. Okay, let's try it. Didn't work. Why? Didn't work because binary equals no operator found, which takes the right-hand operand of chrono time point. Oh. Wait, this doesn't work? Oh. Because they're the wrong type. I didn't update the top values. My bad. Now it should work. Except it doesn't, because binary plus no operator found, which takes the left-hand operand, steady clock, or there is no acceptable conversion. Okay, so the steady clock is not being added with the float value. So that tells me this should be standard chrono milliseconds, that value. That's what you're telling me, right? Function style cannot convert from float to standard chrono milliseconds. Oh. Fuck. Oh my God, still? Cannot convert. Wait, what? Oh, fuck. God damn it. Okay, what happened? Cannot convert that to standard chrono milliseconds. Function cast. What? Maybe use chrono literals? You think? The sleep needs a duration, not a time point. Yeah, but if it sleeps 4s, doesn't sleep 4 imply some duration of milliseconds? Milliseconds is a duration, not a time point. Get time is a time point. That's an object type, right? No, that doesn't work either. What the fuck? Well, how do I tell a thread how long to sleep for if not standard? Oh, you're saying it is standard chrono milliseconds, but I can't reference get time? Is this where time t comes into play? Get time is bad naming. Get time plus a duration is a time point. Use sleep until if you want to use time point. Oh, clock speeds are typically in the gigahertz, right? So that is on the scale of nanoseconds per cycle. A lot of operations can be done in 1/60th of a second. Yeah. So you would need to use get time duration. Okay, hold on. I don't want to use time points. I do want to wait based on milliseconds. So everything is correct. Standard, this thread, sleep 4, chrono milliseconds. All good. Everything is correct. The problem is this phrase. This is using get time and compare time, which are time literals, which is not a measurement of time. It's like a clocked or whatever. It's system time. Does that tell me I need to use instead standard chrono time t? Is that what that is? I think that's what I need to use here, right? Returns a time point representing the current value of time. Okay. Const auto, duration double. Jesus, I hate the examples they use on C++ reference. It's so confusing. So static, whatever. Standard size T size, okay. C out, standard fixed, set precision 9, standard left. Jesus Christ, what is with this example? Okay, const auto start, standard chrono steady clock now. Do some work on size, which is a size T value. Not size T, fuck. What am I thinking of? Time T. Auto end, steady clock now. Chrono duration, double diff equals end minus start. So chrono duration, type, diff. Chrono duration. Oh shit, maybe that is what we should use. So what we should be doing is not sleep for, it is sleep until, because we're going to use an object time, and we're going to use standard chrono duration of type nothing. Float? No, it wouldn't be type float, would it? No. Yes. No. Fuck. Okay, hold on. Test is equal to this value. Okay. And then this all gets deleted, and I just put test in here. Is that the layout I should do? There's no way this works. Man, I thought Chrono was kind of easy to understand, but I'm getting fucked by this, by adding and subtracting to get time and compare time. Understand the difference between time point and duration. They are different types that cannot convert from one to another. Wait, your sleep 4 was correct. We didn't see your full line. You just needed to remove the wrapping into milliseconds? What? Okay, wait. Sleep 4. So what's wrong with this? Not time t. Time point template class is chrono time point t clock duration type. If you use a clock to have a time point type, which you can refer to as chrono steady clock. Okay. Remove the first milliseconds? This one? No way. That is not the answer. Fuck you, that's the answer. That makes no sense to me. That makes fuck all sense. I have absolutely no idea. That is some black magic shit you just showed me. Holy shit. Oh my god. Wait, is this frame rate controlled? Oh, look at that. Oh, it's move. Oh, we're moving, boys. Oh shit. Hey, slow and steady wins the race, bitches. We are moving at 1 frame a second. Oh my god. Gary, what are you doing with frame dependent movement? Don't worry, we'll get there. Look how smooth this is. Oh, we're moving, chat. Oh shit. you're doing time point A minus time point B, which results in a duration. Oh, shit. I had no idea. Well, look at that, chat. We're moving. Very slowly, but by golly, we figured out frame rate capping without SDL delay. Okay, that was a lot, but holy shit. This is what we just typed. For those of you who want to see the raw text. Holy shit, that was complicated. Hey man, let's go! Hell yeah, it is. Jesus, that was so many standards like bouncing around in my head. Okay, well, I learned a lot there. Damn, I feel like we could make this a lot more readable by using some using types and type def shit, but we'll leave that there for now. Okay, we also have to change the fact that yes, we do have magic numbers here that represent the frame rate, and I need to update them in multiple places in order for the game not to break. Obviously that needs to change, but for now, it's fine, okay? Chrono is generally hated because it's so verbose. Is it? I thought it was loved because it was so like powerful, you know? It was so girthy. Using standard chrono literals and then 1000 milliseconds divided by 20. Oh. Maybe. I know why you're saying that, so we don't have to use like standard chrono everywhere. I understand that, but for now, I know what's going on, and it's pretty readable, but the moment this main loop gets any more complicated, this shit needs to change very quick. Using namespace that, no, try it. We'll hold off on the using statements until later. If it's truly if it gets to the point where I'm like, what's going on? Then we'll worry about using statements. Linus, good evening. Oh, thank you, Linus. How are you doing? I haven't seen you here before. Linus 045. Why is Linus a popular name? I could play this on piano. I can play that exact version on the piano, actually. It's Aerith's, no. Yes, it is Aerith's theme from Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. It's, hold on. You thought I was lying about that shit. Look at that. Oh wait, is that backwards? It's backwards. Sorry, I have my camera flipped. It's Final Fantasy VII Piano Collections. Oh shit. Hold on, I can actually point to the song. Where is it? Ignore the title, that's my piano teacher who did that shit, but... Oh, that's Best Friend is what it's called, but that's Aerith's theme, look! I got that shit on piano. I can play that. It took you less than 5 seconds, yeah, but you know, I've learned a lot today. Let's not add more on top right away. Okay, so now that we have that done, first thing we need to do, let's get movement not based on this, and let's get a system behind it. So let's do a new system. Export, so we're going to our systems module here. Let's go to export. We'll call it, I don't just want to call it movement. I also don't want to call it player movement because we have ECS, right? So anything with the component controllable. Basically, anything with the component is controllable. I want to move up. So if we're gonna call that function, move all controllables, that's what we'll do. We're gonna be, oh, sorry, auto. We need to call the SDL renderer. No, we don't. What do we need to call? We just need to call the entity manager, right? Because we're not actually rendering anything. We're just changing logic. And then we're returning void. I don't want to return booleans yet, right? I don't know of Linus as a usual name. But just Linus wasn't available, so I added a random number. Hey, no shame, sweet thing. I don't judge. Chronoliterals allow you to use 10 milliseconds instead of using construct aught milliseconds 10. Oh, I just write 1000.f. Listen, hey, we are C++ programmers, okay? Verbosity gets us hard, all right? Don't live in denial. I know your fetishes, okay? It's so clean, it's blinding my eyes. It's so clean. What is that font? Oh, it is, let me show you. That's not it. It's under build, right? Test? No, wait, what? Project, properties. Wait, what the fuck? View. Build? Tools. Ah, there we go. Okay, so under tools, we have our, fuck, it's not there either. Wait, what? Am I dumb? Did I forget something? Customize? No. Did I forget where I changed the font to at? I thought it was under tools. Options, text editor. C++, no. Wait, am I dumb? Victor Mono, yeah, it's Victor Mono. Well, I forgot. I forgot how to change my own font. Oh no, I can't make the joke anymore. Oh God, hold on. It's not project, it's not build. It would be under tools. Command line, customize, import, export. What the fuck? No, that's not it. Just use Neovim options environment. What? Well, why was that shit minimized? Oh God, thank you. Okay, sorry, back to the joke. I use Victor Mono bold size 10. This, believe it or not, was the compromise, okay? I like cursive, okay? I think you young people need to read more cursive in your life because this was not my preferred font. My preferred font is motherfucking Cedarville, which I'm gonna show you right now. Cedarville cursive, size 10, bold. Ha ha! This is based, okay? This is what I want to program with, and everyone who came into my chat was like, oh, I can't read that, oh. I don't know what a capital S looks like. What's a capital F? I don't know. People started like freaking out because they can't read this. So I'm like, fine. So we go to tools, we go to options, fonts, go down, and then we decided Victor Mono was the closest I was ever gonna get to cursive without everyone freaking out. So that's why it's like half cursive, half not. How do you read that? I don't know. How do you guys read like a journal? Okay, when you guys were in school and you had to read a historical document that was handwritten in like a diary or something, how did you guys survive if you didn't know cursive? Come on now, come on, know your academic papers. It looks like bad handwriting from a doctor. Fun fact, I work in the medical industry. I actually work for the government right now in a medium security prison as a pharmacy tech. That is very light. So if you ever see a doctor and they're like, and they write something like, 2QIDPRN, something like that, where it's like, this is just Latin. This just means 2 tablets 4 times a day if needed. But you don't see it with like clear letters. You see it as like 2ED. You see it with like that, where it's like scribble, but like I can read this as 2QIDPRN, but like that's how a doctor writes. He's writing in like half abbreviated Latin. So the joke about like how bad they write, it's that's why. Try read that cursive with code for a week, see if you like it. Bitch, don't make me. I'll lose all my viewership though. Gary, you're a double-digit Andy. Yeah, I know, but like, I like my viewership as it is, okay? Tell you what, we get to 5,000 viewers, I'll program with it for a week, and then I'll lose like 4,000, okay? Oh shit. Drop my armrest, sorry, listen. I'm not rich, I have a broken armrest on my desk, on my chair. It's a great chair. I spent like $800 on this chair. Also, cheap-ass armrests on it. So I have to like constantly fix it. How do doctors graduate with such ugly handwriting? They don't. It's just abbreviated Latin. Also, it doesn't really matter. I can read it, and I'm the one whose job it is to read doctors' handwriting. All right, anyway, stop distracting me. We need to get to systems, okay? We want to move all controllables. What that means is we're not just moving the player, right? Because we're ECS. Literally, if I want anything to be controllable, I just have to give it the component is controllable. And what that means is that by giving it is controllable, that means we move all controllables without even changing anything else. Just whatever has that component, we do it. Which means it's also easy to make the system. So we make the we make a local vector that is based on this entity manager's get entities, i.e. this vector is every entity in the game that is like alive and not to be cold. So if the player interacts with it, the entity could be something like the music file playing or the stage background or the UI or anything. But if it doesn't have the component is controllable, we ignore it. Meaning we could technically make the UI controllable, but that's kind of taking the piss. All right. Same thing here. We iterate through the entire vector using the iterator E. In that vector, we're going to be checking if this entity has the component data is controllable or controllable. Basically, if it has that component controllable, then what do we do with it? The answer is, I don't know yet, because we need to take in movement into account, like up, down, left, right. Do we want to... Well, I guess we're only calling the system if we have a direction. We could just give it like this object type. But that's hard when it's not a switch statement, right? SDL, get, scanline. Is there a way I can grab the value to whatever this would need, this enumerated value, copy paste and just move it all in here? The problem is I need to the problem is get key is defined right here. Get keyboard state null pointer. It's so difficult to manage where that information goes. How do doctors graduate? Yeah. Because the teachers learn the skill as well. By the way, writing a game engine in Rust is not even bad. You can have many OOP features with imp blocks, traits with dynamic references if you wanted. OOP? I'm sorry. Who do you think you're talking to? Object-oriented programming? What do we look like? Fucking Gary learning programming 6 months ago? Fuck no. We're doing ECS, bitch. We don't have object-oriented programming. We have motherfucking entities that represent every object in the game, okay? This is not inheritance, okay? Get that shit out of my fucking house, okay? We've moved on. We have evolved into ECS, okay? We have motherfucking entities with bit sets as flags, all right? Holy shit. It's all automated though. We don't need to manually check. We just have to go if this has component E. That's it. It's safer until I just unsafe everything. Hey, we don't make fun of Rust users here, unless you're talking about how much money they lost on Bitcoin, okay? Then you can make fun of them. But hey, we welcome all, as long as they all kiss our jeweled fingers, the C++ kings. Rust is just the next Node.js. Install one dependency and get 200 transitive dependencies for free. Joke's on you. I don't know what the fuck that means. I only know C++. Haha. I can't even join you in on your shaming. All right. We have a bit of a problem here. How do we grab input? How does ECS grab input? I could call move all controllables every frame. And if I do that, then I could take in get key, which is a uint8 type. Because get key is just an array, right? It's an array, and we go to spot scan code W. It's just an array of ones and zeros. It's like a bit set, sort of, not really. It's just an array of memory where different flags are flipped. That's how a get key works, right? It's different flags are flipped. So if you have the keys W, R, and P all pressed on your keyboard, that flag, that bit set of that array of numbers has 3 digits flipped up. So if the digit W is pressed, so if get key SDL scan code W, that spot in the array is true, then the if statement goes off, do something. So that's why I'm thinking none of this goes in our main loop. We just have to go like call the function where part of the requirements is like maybe like a const uint8 direction input maybe, and then get key input. I don't know. Input? No, that doesn't work either because we have to make the thing. I guess I could make this object every time we have an input, but is SDL get keyboard state even that big of an object? It's just a uint8 array, right? Sometimes reading a binary file makes me wish to use unsafe blocks ready to wrap the whole libc. Hey, if it's a homemade game engine, you can do whatever the fuck you want. The dev be deving. Wolfie! You know what, Gary? Have this. I have no idea, to be honest, what it does. It's okay, Wolfie. We're playing Path of Exile in 3 days. It's gonna be so great. The guy who maintains Arctic's web left open source because Rust folks complained he used unsafe too much or something. Kind of funny. Oh, Jesus. Redeemed B. You know what? Do we still even have B? Is B even active? Oh, there you go. You get B for just a little bit. Only because it kind of fits. Also, you can see my face through the wing. God damn, I am good at fucking VTubing, by the way. Look how motherfucking translucent this wing is. Holy shit. Fucking make me a VTubing god. Or just call me that. Don't make me one. You don't bestow power to me, chat. I can't wait for Anno 1800 League. Anno, listen, 1503 or die, bitch. Holy shit, get out of here with your 1800s, your fucking Queen Victorias. Back in my day, you had 1503 and you fucking liked it, okay? Sorry, my VTubing model is loading. There we go. Hey, see, we still have buttons. Okay. Oh, how do we do this? So I guess we could make this object every frame. It's just a uint8 array. I don't know how stupid that is though. I don't know how inefficient this is. But I guess that's the old adage, right? Don't optimize until you have to. We'll just have to profile that later, I guess. It just feels dirty, you know? I don't like making objects every frame if I can avoid it. Okay, so now we have that. So get key. So input is our uint8. This doesn't work. This doesn't work at all. This is gonna be fucking pointless. This is E. We're calling the iterator's MID number, which is that. We're saying nymph because nymph is like the main character, right? Oh, you guys want to see the art for the main character? Ignore the background. It's too lewd for you. This is one of a few, but this is what gonna be the main character is gonna look like. Chat! Come on! Wouldn't you want to play this fucking character? Holy shit! What a great design that character is. Holy shit. God damn. Hold on. What else do I have? This is another player character. Prismatic Nymph. Classic. Another player character. Hold on. We have more. We have more. Dark Nymph. Oh, shit. I got these all day, chat. You think my commissions are fucking pointless? Fuck you. Hold on. There's more. Shade Nymph. It's gonna be game of the fucking year, chat. Holy shit. Dark is good. Dark is great. Honestly, they're great. Exactly. Fucking Space Cadet Aphrodite, the artist for this game. Holy shit. What a great artist. And then, oh, chat, who are you gonna kill? You're gonna kill shit like Seraphs. Oh, look at that enemy. Pretty cool, right? What else? If you want to kill a bunch of little guys, we have Graboids. Ooh, he tunnels and shit. Ooh. Chat, this game's gonna be so fucking great. This is the actual art we're gonna use in-game, by the way. It's different sizes right now, but they're all the same size when it was shipped to me. I just was changing around some stuff. Fallen Elves, classic. Personality. The goat? Yeah, she is the goat. It's great. I fucking love this. In any case, Wafture. Oh man, look out for it. It's coming. Is this the correct way to grab input? Let's try it. So theoretically, I can just call this function every frame and just be fine, right? Render. Let's input. Let's call, well, let's save it. Then let's call this function where we give it the eNanny and what input do we give it? How do we actually give it the input? Because right now it's only requiring a uint8. Get keyboard state. Get key. Input? Or maybe nothing. Maybe it is just like this, and it just takes care of itself. Oh, maybe that is the way to go. We don't need input. We can just call the eNanny. We can just call this, and that's it. And then here, it'll create the object, and then we go, okay. Scan code. Oh, fuck. What is it called? SDL scan code W. W, this is A. This is S. This is D. Okay, this should work, right? Why doesn't it work? No matching token found. Oh. There we go. This doesn't work because it's undefined. Missing semicolon before render draw color. Oh. Get key. Oh. Why do I set that to null pointer? Oh. This isn't gonna work then, is it? Please work. Fuck. What is data? Is it a global variable? No. Data is under our components. Data's a namespace. Data is the namespace for the enumerator all components. I know this is not an enum class. That is on purpose. Well, it can still be an enum class of hold on. I am aware we can do that, okay? I know, I think. Whatever the syntax is, we need to explicitly call these integers, okay? There are a variety of ways to do this. Currently, we're doing it by putting it under a namespace data enum all components because we want these, we're only ever gonna use these as integers. And then we use these integers as, not the key. This is the ID number for the class, but we're storing these as integers because that's what we're gonna call whenever we wanna like add a component. So this constant component, that is this enumerator. Wow, globals. Hold on. Just to be clear, okay? Globals implies that this is wrong, okay? This is based. If it's a namespace, okay, that's different. We're not polluting the namespace. This shit is fucking enlightening the fucking namespace. Whatever. We're not. Don't say global like it's a bad thing, okay? You can use enum class with 2 underlined to use them as integer. That? There's a way to cast them as int. I don't care. It's fine. It works for now. It works for our use case of dumbassery, okay? That being said, what am I messing up with this input? Ignore this undefined thing. These are actually defined. It's a module bug. So if I do this, SDL scan code W. Oh, look at that. They're all readable now. So why is this not giving me input? That's the question. What is wrong here? Something's eating the input, and I don't know what. So we create the get key, which is an SDL get keyboard state null pointer. And then we iterate through, and if the scan code is W, do that, do that, do that. Are we not giving it a chance to actually grab the input at any point? What is the get key type? It's a uint8. Const uint8 pointer get key. Oh, it's a uint8 pointer. Does your entity even have the component? Yes. Fuck. Listen, smartass. All right, I appreciate it. I didn't even think about that. Jesus Christ. Look at this guy. Look at this guy knowing his shit. No, we want controllable. So we're using the key here, dot, controllable equal to true. Okay, go. Oh! Oh, we did it! Oh my God. Oh my God, we have movement. Oh, get rid of that loading screen. We've earned it. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. We've actually got fucking movement. This is so slow, though. Holy shit. Not based. Kinda based. A little based. I fucking earned this. I did this. You guys didn't help. Actually, you guys helped a ton. Thank you. I do appreciate it, okay? For anyone here who thinks I'm good at this, just a reminder, this chat carries like 90% of the difficult shit, okay? I'm not gonna be like that boss that's like, did my lower workers do it? No, I did it. You were the one writing the code, Nana. Shut the fuck up. You did the hard stuff. You guys are like the boss that's like, I'm the code monkey and you guys are like the software engineers and you told me to do like a boilerplate thing and you're like, Pat, you did it. Pat. Whoa, F? Whoa, lag spike. I'm seeing a hella lag spike. You guys doing okay? Wow, I haven't had one of the, oh, now I'm seeing another one. Hello? Are we good now? Oh, no, I see red. Uh-oh, hold on. It's fine now. I had to reload. You do have to reload after this lag spike. I think we're fine, but I'm seeing a lot of flashing red. Yeah, I dropped about 1,000 frames there, a little over 1,000 frames. So if you guys have to refresh to catch up with the stream, that's not your fault, it's mine. But you get ads too when you come in, so I'd see why you wouldn't want to. So I don't know. It's not good. If we keep getting lag spikes, I'll end stream, but I think we're fine for now. All right, so what do we need to change? Well, here's what we need to change. Right now, we have a bit of a problem in that, hello, refresh please. My chat, thank you. It does seem good now, yeah, but I'm keeping an eye on my lag spikes now. So here's the problem, all right? The problem is right now, our movement is kind of flawed logically. We're moving around the object, but it's based on the frame rate. Every frame, we go up a pixel. And what that means is, here, let me show you. Let's change our frame rate to 60 frames per second from 30. Look what happens to the movement now. We're twice as fast. Wow, that's kind of weird. This is incorrect. What we should be doing is moving around in 2D space independent of the frame rate, right? Regardless of the frame rate, we need to move around at the same rate to a set distance, and it's more complicated, but what it means is that you as a player can independently change the frame rate of the game. Now, the goal is just to have VSync enabled, so whatever your monitor refresh rate is the rate the square moves. Now, you guys on stream are watching this at 30 frames a second because my internet is not the greatest, sorry. So you guys see this at 30 frames a second, but I'm seeing it at 60, and the box is moving twice as fast as when it was 30. And that's only because of how the frame rate logic works. So we need movement that is independent of frame rate for a variety of reasons. Bethesda's engines don't care about delta time. Listen, we don't pick on Bethesda here, okay? We pick on ourselves, all right? I'm not gonna hate on Bethesda engines. They are better programmers than I will ever be, okay? Okay, so we have our thread slept. Okay, frame rate looks great. Everything looks great. The problem is the logic of this. This can't be dependent on... Actually, this is wrong. If it has data controllable, I should also say, and... Ooh, actually, this is really wrong. I'm assuming the entity has a bounding box. Also, I'm seeing some lag here, sorry. If you're seeing buffering, it's not you, it's me. I'm apparently having issues today with... Who redeemed Femboy? Can you not right now? Hello? I'm having some lag issues. We got streams to run. Oh, God. Get out of there. I saw you redeem that 50-50-ish. Listen, get me on a non-IRL day. Just ask me. You know what? I don't want to waste your points. Just ask me when you want Femboy, and I'm not IRL streaming, okay? Let a guy entertain. When Fallout 76 launched, you could run at high speeds by looking at the ground for more FPS. Well, that sounds flawed. All right, that's why we're not doing that shit. So what are we doing? Well, first, here's a problem. We're moving the bounding rect based on the controllable. This is wrong. This is incorrect. In fact, I almost think this should be two separate systems, maybe? Well... The bounding rect shouldn't even be what we're rendering. It should just be based on the position value. And then the bounding rects get its XY width height based on the position value of the box. So that's the first thing we need to change. And then once we change the position value, then when we render everything, render images, we need a separate system that iterates through entities and then updates the bounding rects, right? Or maybe we do that when we... Is there ever going to be a situation where we update the bounding box of an image that is not explicitly tied to where it is rendered on the screen? Is there ever a time we don't do that? I don't know. Can anyone think of a time in a video game engine where you're ever going to want to update the bounding box, the render rectangle of a video game engine that is independent of movement? If a rock is on the screen and you destroy it and it has less of a bounding box, are you moving it? I guess not. I guess it does have to be updated, huh? Then again, God, I'm trying to think about how to frame this. Because if you have a rock on the screen, I'm seeing lag. That's what I'm looking at right now. Fuck, I gotta end stream. Fuck, God damn, it's an early end too. Yeah, we're lag spiking too much. I'm dropping like 2,000 frames now. It's insane. All right. Yeah, look at that red. That's so bad. It's been a while since we had issues like that, huh? Wow. Yeah, it's a little bit, it's distractingly unlucky, unfortunately. All right, everyone, listen. Tomorrow, more programming, more input shit, more systems. Oh, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Have a good evening. Give me licks. Wait, we're lagging. Give me laggy licks.